Hey y'all, welcome to my YouTube channel, Making Sense of Credit. My name is Tony Hill, and I'm a personal and small business credit coach, among other things, but welcome. Before I get started, if this is your first time to my channel, please subscribe, hit the bell, the notification bell for future content. Please feel free to make a comment. And most of all, if you like what I'm saying, please like it, share it with your friends and family. I would appreciate it. But diving right in, by the way, it's 2019, December something, early December. And I want to make a video for you guys on the topic of 609, credit deletion, dispute letters, whatever you like to call it, and just kind of my take on it. First of all, look, I started doing this many years ago, right after college, and I didn't use 609. I just used dispute letters. And look, here's my take on it. The thing about it is that I don't care what you use if the creditor isn't going to verify the item that you're disputing, it's going to get deleted. That's just the bottom line. Whether you use a 609 or if you just write it on a piece of paper and say, please delete this Transunion because this item is inaccurate or erroneous or not mine or whatever, or paid off, whatever you're trying to do in that dispute, and you send your proof of residence and ID or whatever the case may be, it's going to go away. So let's talk about 609. So look, 609 is a great tool for if you're using to dispute something that's accurate, that's yours, you know. And if you don't know about 609, the loophole is because there's many videos, and there are some really good content creators who have talked about who does a really good job at it, talking about 609, and really are experts at 609. So look, but you don't need a 609 to dispute something that's inaccurate. Okay, just bottom line. Don't pay for it. Don't do whatever. If you're trying to dispute something that's accurate, yes, you could use a 609, and it could work, but also it could not work. I get clients every day who's been working with a 609s for 5-6 months, and they're in their 5th round or 6th round of letters, and most of the letters are 4 rounds. So, and they could tell you differently. So if anybody promised you that they work, one thing about credit repairing and disputes, nobody should ever promise you anything. I never promise my clients that I'm going to get everything off their credit. It just doesn't happen. But I'm very good at getting that credit better and eventually getting them to the 700, mid 700 plus. And that's by a number of things. But and once again, before I move on, you'll hear me say a million times to ad nauseum is that credit is not a one size fit all. It doesn't happen. So what somebody else has on their credit report doesn't mean that somebody else going to happen on their credit report. I just had a lady email me that if you watch my Experian online video, you know, she had 9 things removed on her credit, and basically the same day, with the not 24 hours, but she said the same day, and that certainly has happened. But could that same person who disputed 9 things online not have done it? Absolutely, because once again, if they were verifiable, that wouldn't have happened. So in her situation, more than likely, she had 9 things that were inaccurate, old, whatever the case may be. They didn't verify it, so they were deleted. Understand that. But once again, 609s are good if you're trying to dispute accurate information, because the loopholes basically, and read it. Pick up one of those 609. You can go on and Google 609, and it'll tell you what it's about. But basically, you know, they need a hard copy of the original documents that you signed at the time when you signed them, or you did a credit application with the original creditor. So read it, understand it. That's what it is. Once again, sometime it works, sometime it doesn't. my biggest problem with the 609 is that a lot of, and look, I mean, these guys have hundreds of thousands of 609 fans, and look, they have helped a lot of people, but that does not mean that if they hadn't used another dispute letter or something else, that they wouldn't have been deleted. But what's happening is that if you do a 609 from the start and you have items that wouldn't be verified, of course the 609 is going to be a great tool that you say, oh wow, this 609 is a champion to use. Right, but you could have still used the same dispute letter that you wrote yourself, long as you know the item isn't going to be verified. And how do you know an item's not going to be verified? You call the creditor and say, hey, my name is Bobby Blue, blah, blah, blah. I'm calling on this account. If they say, we no longer have your account and it's showing up on your credit, you could delete that item. You could dispute that item and it will be deleted. That's how you know they don't verify it. So, getting back to my point. Look, 609 is good, except for, you know what, there are also other disputes methods that are also good. You don't necessarily need a 609 if they're not going to verify it. If you're gonna dispute an item that's that can be verified, then use a 609. And look, I hear they are good. I have done some myself. I have got a few deleted, but I have to say, in all sincerity, you know, I have not gotten, I've gotten under 50% of the items deleted. The other 50% of the items have stayed. And that's not just through one dispute, that's through 4 and 5 disputes. So look, anything that I talk to you about is my experience. Don't go off anybody else's experience except for mine. So when I'm speaking to you guys, this is off my experience, and I've been doing this for 35 years, so a long time. So I just wanted to drop my thoughts on it. But if you watch my other videos, I'll get back to this and leave you with this. It's good to dispute your information. Work on that, whether you do a 609 or just a regular dispute, something that you came up on your own, and check out. There's a lot of free dispute letters out there. But there's nothing more important than adding new trade lines, unsecured or secured. So if you have no credit, you guys hear me say this a lot of times too. If you have 5 or 10 items on your credit and they're bad, that's great. That's great to do this dispute, whether you're doing your own dispute letter and they're not going to be verified, or you're doing a 609, whatever the case may be. In the process of that, apply for credit. So to think about it, if you have to start with a finger hut, which is $200 they might approve you for, start with that. If you got to start with dismiss all the experts that say once you have a secured card in your name, the banks don't treat you the same. Dispute all of that. There's nothing better than adding trade lines to your credit, even in the time that you're doing your disputes, without fail. And this is my 35 years of experience, not anyone else. I'm just telling you guys, this is what has worked for me and my thousands of clients. No question. So until next time, hey guys, thanks for hanging out with me. Tony Hill, Making Sense of Credit. Happy holidays, y'all. Peace.